But I never went Mudkip. I went with, was it Trico?
That was my first ever Pokemon, was Trico.
Uh,
Dean's Dream, you were just in the desert in real life. Is that correct?
oh yeah, yeah. We actually were in Death Valley and saw. Oh, what is it? I think it's like a horned lizard. It's this kind of lizard that should be a Pokemon. It's like spit blood out of its eye.
We can choose between two fossils. You're gonna have to pick. I'm gonna pick neither if you don't choose.
But we're doing the root fossil.
Okay.
We're all living in a Pokeball right now.
What are you talking about?
Because I'm saying, like, okay, so we're in Pokeball world with our human constructs. Why do you want Trapinch?
Why wouldn't you want Trapping? I actually like this one a lot. It's based on an antlion larva, and you know the Sarlacc pit in Star Wars? Or if you've ever played any Japanese video game ever, you'll see antlion. Actually, putting it to sleep raises the catch rate by 0.67 repeating. Margaret Trapincher isn't gonna fit. I'll put what she represents.
Austerity. Let's just run.
Excuse me? Excuse me?
What?
I'm running as fast as I can, but I'm stuck in quicksand.
What kind of videos get the most views? And how would you sell out to that crowd?
None of the Patreon exclusive stuff gets views, which makes me think, yeah, most people do just think of it as donations, which is really cool. The ones that get the most views are the cuts, where you take like footage from the news.
Yeah,
Like
those are really good.
Vic Berger style. You might not have been there that semester, but we went out and protested Charles Murray.
Yeah, I remember. Fuck Charles Murray. Fuck Charles Murray. Because the person brought the giant portable amp.
Dean's Dream, these questions are not for you.
Okay.
If you wanna know something about me you don't already know, you can just ask.
What kind of Pokemon do I like?
You know Slavoj Žižek?
Yeah.
Of course you do. There was... I'm not endorsing him in any way, but there was like he was given a talk, and then the person was like, we need to go to the Q&A part of this event. And he was like, okay, I'll ask the first question. Professor Žižek, what would you say if you had more time to talk? And then he just kept going. You don't have the Chicago pizza. You don't have the Chicago deep dish or the New York style.
I think New York pizza is horrible. It's super skinny. Oh, somebody looked over.
Them's fighting.
Oh no. I got a slit throat. Machop is awesome. Machamp is really good.
We can't get Machamp because you have to trade to get Machamp. That's the same with Homestead. Homestead can't evolve.
Dang. You know what's really good pizza? Pizza in Yucatan, Mexico. You add the green El Yucateco sauce on it, and it's really good.
Do you have a lot of experience in art form / media other than video? I actually don't have really any experience in video, except I messed around a little bit with it for a couple jobs I had, and then I just kind of learned it to do this. I do watercolor and sometimes oil paintings and drawings.
So, and music.
Oh yeah, and music.
Art House Politics Meister and I made one of the greatest songs of 2016.
The top club banger.
I saved my Master Ball for YouTube. To what else you can use it on.
You gotta save your Master Ball for something good and powerful, like a Dodrio. Or a Golduck or something.
Yeah, Dodrio's pretty good. Give me 1 second, I gotta dip out, just mic-wise.
Okay. Wait, are we gonna have to start the call again? Alright, so right now it's just me. I don't even remember what you can do in this place. You can read somebody else's mail, but they left. What? What? Male feminist is evolving. It evolved into a male ally. You had moved past the, like, learning the stuff you can't say stage, but you got a little performative. Look at him, he's saying, stand back, milady. I'll protect you. Is this guy bothering you? That's the kind of energy he's giving off now. Camden asks, what do you think of BreadTube? I think it can feel very white and answers way too many bad faith questions while ignoring people of color. Well, I got news for you. I'm not helping in that regard. I think it has kind of limited usefulness. One thing I don't really get what the point is just taking like alt-right videos from Sargon of Akkad or whatever and then just like debunking them line by line. It's good to show how like vacuous these people are. We should like give people like an escape route, but I don't really know how much of an effect LeftTube actually has to that end. Like we just don't get the numbers that right-wing YouTube has, which has a lot to do with the algorithm and like let me be clear, there's nothing like if you just make videos about stuff you're interested in, like it doesn't have to be for a purpose or like have any value behind it. It just seems like people deal with a lot of small issues while leaving kind of the bigger, more difficult questions like untouched. I mean, I'm being hypocritical because I'm not like informing people usually. Hey, I saw the news report you did of me. I saw how you edited it. You took me completely out of context to suit your own agenda. You're fake news. You're fake news. And I'm sick of it. Camera guy, get your camera out of my face. I don't consent to be filmed. People like you are what are ruining this region. Swear to God. Okay. Ken says, I think the idea is that right-wing YouTube proliferates because it's easy to make a lot of content based on outrage, and BreadTube wants to fight fire with fire. The left has higher evidentiary standards. Nutritionally East says, when LeftTube leaves a cultural footprint big enough to affect the discourse of non-political YouTube and Twitch, as the right has, then it will make a difference. That's a really good point. So many gamers, so many just edgy teens who aren't into politics have been very much affected by those reactionary ideas. No gamers allowed. If you're a gamer, get out of my stream. They really need to make Twitch a gamer-free zone. And there's just too much propaganda promoting an individualistic, meritocratic society based on personal responsibility. Damn, you're black-pilled. Ma'am? Did you know you have a bunch of seagulls in your house? No, I just wanted to make sure you saw that too. If we want to bring people to our side on a per capita basis, I think you're gonna get more disaffected apolitical people or just low info liberal people over right wing people. There's still way too much land. We're never gonna flood the earth at this rate. You all gotta get serious. When they say that the left is scared of taking power, you all are scared of just... I'm starting to think you all want there to be land in this region. I got somebody for you.
Oh yeah? Is it a horsey? Oh, it's Venezuela? No.
It's Venezuela!
I love Venezuela.
It's level 5, so it has some growing to do.
Just like me.
Just like all of us, let's be real. Are you sick? Do you have a cold?
I know, I thought I had such a good immune system.
Well, it's probably because you got vaccinated as a kid, put you at greater risk.
Oh my... No, I'm not vaccinated, come on.
Oh, good.
There was this Chinese pirate, lady pirate, and she was like a former prostitute, and then she became a pirate, and she was like the pirate queen of like 50,000 people, and she was super, super prolific.
I feel like I heard about this on Drunk History or something.
Yeah, she was a Chinese prostitute pirate.
Oh, look at Male Feminist. He grew up.
I don't like him anymore.
Okay, we can get rid of him.
I honestly don't understand why Pokemon get uglier as they evolve. What was the logic in that?
Alright. We're making progress.
Have you seen those super invasive caterpillar-looking things? That like some places are burning because they're so invasive and terrible.
Moth or butterfly?
I don't know. I think the caterpillar itself is the issue.
Because it eats the leaf. It doesn't need to metamorphosize. It just comes into new areas and destroys the ecosystem and then moves on to the next one. Antimatter Penguin says, be careful of the fluoride in the water. That's what the deep state gets you. Yeah. Only drink raw water.
Oh my gosh. In like 5th grade, my science fair project was going around to all the different fast food restaurants and testing their water. Like Taco Bell and McDonald's. to see if they had dangerous water.
Which has a higher pH balance, the Baja Blast or the tap water?
Good question.
If you want to stay safe from government hypnotizing, exclusively drink Baja Blast.
Oh, I love this. What is it? Is skunk?
Go over.
Antimatter Penguin knows what I'm talking about. They said that in their area there are a bunch of moth caterpillars that live in weird nests and kill trees. Park people come through and burn them every so often.
So when you said burn, you meant it literally?
Yeah, literally.
What do you mean people deliberately set their towns on fire?
They set fire to the caterpillars to kill them. No, because they're so dangerous and invasive. No, you actually have to burn them.
So you're saying if these caterpillars came into Washington, D.C., they'd just be like, top of the military would stand up and be like, gentlemen, it's been an honor. Escape if you...
Start your engines.
Start your... Get out if you can. Otherwise, call your family. We don't have a second to spare. Get the president on Air Force One and then burn this city to the ground. What am I trying... Oh, I'm trying to catch this dog. Okay. Who's in the news recently who we could skewer? Who we could use this opportunity to really comment on?
Who's NIMBY?
NIMBY, not in my backyard. Okay. Racist and classist and don't want development because they want to protect their communities.
Mizzle losers. We need MIMBYs.
Maybe.
Maybe in my backyard.
When the time is right in my backyard. After a serious anti-racist comprehensive program, then in my backyard. The acronym could use some work. I talk about this person, Cronin, who talks about our conceptions of wilderness. The way I learned about that text is from the last guest who was on earlier. But then, the guest I have on now, Captain Turtle, it turns out, wrote a paper on that person for talking about the relationship between wilderness and masculinity. So now tell everyone, basically give the summary of the paper, and we'll grade it.
I don't know if you should grade it. But the paper was basically about how natural parks and things like that were originally put together to give quote-unquote men a place to, pursue their masculinity and go, hike and hunt and all of that. And you had Teddy Roosevelt who was like, oh, this generation of men is getting soft and we need to prove that we're super, super masculine and all of that. And there's this article, we don't like how the national parks are always trimmed and proper and nice. We need a place to go out and risk our lives and things like that, which is pretty ironic, right? Because the whole concept of a national park is the fact that the government is maintaining it and keeping track of it. So they basically want a responsible place to go risk their lives, but at the same time, not really, right? Because the government would always be there to swoop in and protect them. And so the whole, there's a continuous idea of nature being wild and a place for risk and entertainment, but that's all it really ever is. Nature in America especially doesn't really have its own value. Its intrinsic value comes from the entertainment that we find from it. It was a student writing piece at Princeton on roadkill, and I'm going to send it in the chat because I really liked it.
You sent
that?
I
think other people will as well.
I liked that a lot. I sent it to
I sent it to a lot of my friends
because it was a really interesting thing about using roadkill as an opportunity to practice kind of compassion and awareness about other creatures. I don't know.
I like roadkill.
What you were saying about Teddy Roosevelt, this was kind of the beginning of the American tradition of conservationism. It was not a very woke understanding of the environment. It was actually just based on rugged individuality, as opposed to a real appreciation for nature.
So many people in Philly.
Philadelphia. You don't watch It's Always Sunny, do you?
No.
I don't think it's really your thing.
I can be cynical.
Prove it. Say the most cynical thing you can think of. We should all hold hands and live under a rainbow. Oh, whoops.
Okay. Funny.
No, your lack of cynicism, I think, is a virtue and is an important presence in my life.
Oh.
Name next
What is-
Pokemon Dayman. Oh, sure.
What does Damon mean?
Dayman. Ah, fighter of the night, man. Ah.
We already saw one of these.
Yeah, worthless. Get out of here. I'm trying. There's a really cool Pokemon that's like emo and edgy. I'm trying to find it. Yeah, this is the one. It's a Peekaboo.
You're spoiling.
I'm getting deja vu. Okay.
Why did it keep raining?
Because Team Aqua's mission is coming into fruition. Whoa, that
Nice.
rhyme. Somebody remix that.
Oh my gosh, there's baby geese where I work, and so I was trying to take pictures of them.
The goslings didn't consent to being photographed. Yeah. This is a two-party consent state. You have to get the geese's permission.
Well, I tried.
I asked nicely, they just wouldn't listen to reason. Antimatter Penguin says geese are swans without the power to follow through on their threats. Yeah, swans are mean too. Camden says the trouble is a lot of liberal vegans pin omniculture, for lack of a better phrase, as a matter of personal responsibility rather than a sociological problem. What's your take on that?
I think it can be both. I'm not like I don't know. I don't think it needs to be like one or the other. It's like a fair point with a lot of like environmental stuff, though, right? That when you
Just
talk
recycle. Just
about- Dear, this is the worst. Why did they put this in here?
the puzzles.
Yeah, it doesn't like they did some challenge.
I'm gonna be embarrassed because I'm gonna run into one that I don't know how to solve.
Meme tick. That sounds really interesting. I'll have to watch that. Jamaica's animal agriculture transition to factory farming. I feel like that must have changed.
The three of us should start a podcast.
Well,
There's an
well,
idea.
you-
Yeah. Oh, this is so sweet. Certified soy
No,
boys.
no,
and
no,
hey,
no!
our
Don't
house.
bring it up.
Love your stuff.
No! I don't want people to know that soy boys watch our content. Only alphas.
Right, so Meme Tick said, yeah, it's not a great combination of Commonwealth practices and IMF standards slowly developing Jamaica. So you'll see open chicken and closed and cow ranges disappearing and be replaced with these closed warehouse-looking things. The goats are still free roaming, and there's plenty of pasture cows left, but it's changing before our eyes.
That's awful.
I think what's really like I don't know. Oh dang! Sorry, this puzzle.
Yeah, no. Aren't you a math major, Captain Turtle? You got
That doesn't mean I can do that.
Sure.
Yeah.
do a geometric proof of this.
Wait. Go through this one. Oh, this is one person you don't ever need to fight. No, you don't. This person, if you're good at the puzzle. I love how they everything like the left has no style. How much would style exist in a like really like less consumerist culture? I guess because like
It would exist.
communists in the U.S. are often associated with like drab, gray colors.
Yeah.
Oh, our house
While you're in
politics.
your bread lines wearing a empty potato sack. That's what communism is.
I miss my potato sack days.
What?
Always.
What is that called? You're the people that house dogs just for like a second.
Like dog sitting.
Like foster care?
Oh. Yeah. Oh my gosh, you did it.
Yeah.
By the way, thanks Camden for saying you like how our channel's decentralized.
Seems decentralized, but behind the scenes it's a stone cold.
Behind the scenes, I'm a tyrant. You have no idea.
We have really strict deadlines. Oh, this is the worst one because it's just a hamster. But they had Pikachu and they're like, shit, well we can't do this over again. I don't know, some of the later ones, like from Black and White, are just trash.
Shut up! No,
Like,
shut
one
up!
that's like
Shut up!
Chandelier.
No, shut up!
Do you remember Chandelier?
That one's the cool. Chandelure is so cool.
It's just a lamp.
Shut up! If you're gonna make fun of the black and white ones, at least be like, oh, that one's ice cream.
Open Veins of Latin America is a very similar book to Harvest of Empire. Take a century. It's a very similar book to Harvest of Empire, but what's cool about this one is Hugo Chavez, Obama at one of the UN summits. gave this book to him as a gift to be like, look, your country has routinely invaded and been a vampire to Latin America. Chandelier is the most Chad of the lambs. True. This is a cool one.
Kecleon?
Except it's kind of alt-righty, because first it has Keck in its name.
We said this in the last. We're in a bubble. That's what that means.
Yeah, that's true. Is everybody in the chat now? Were they here for the last stream? The
I don't
Keck.
think so.
Camden Coven was.
Oh, good. Then we can hash this. These people don't even know what planet they're on.
These people are idiots.
A video that seems like Art House Politics people would laugh.
No, that's my competitor.
We can't let them remember that there are other channels. This video does require you to join Super Mario 64 Hell on Facebook.
You have to go through the visa application process to watch this video, but it's worth it.
A lot of times internet culture like jumps on hate, like Nickelback or like Pineapple on Pizza.
Or PETA.
I don't think PETA is relevant enough to really hate on.
Is PETA really less relevant than Pineapple on Pizza?
I would say
Good
so.
point. What has a greater effect on the body politic? PETA or Pineapple on Pizza?
How do you quantify that?
You poll likely voters about what issue ranks higher for the 2020 election. Pineapple on Pizza or PETA or Nickelback? I took that whole conversation out of the YouTube edit, so that won't make any sense.
Oh, well then take that part out too.
Whoa, oh, that was cool. This one's face is just a tomato.
Wait until it goes to tornado form. Look,
Dang.
it did. Showing off,
Whoa.
it's not even trying to fight.
Why does it do this?
It's like a balloon animal.
Yeah, like parasocial.
That's the concept of like how like all these kids watch alt-right YouTubers or like a makeup tutorial YouTuber. They kind of like start to see them as kind of like a friend or a personal relationship, even though it's really just like a market relationship that's one-sided. Like I think that concept applies to like celebritizing politicians too. Oh, AOC or Hillary Clinton is like my personal queen, and
I love that was like a news article. Like AOC joins Donkey Kong 64 stream of H-Bomber guy to say
sing the DK
Yeah.
rap right now.
DK.
No,
I don't
let her
know
do
what
it.
that
Let her do
is.
it.
I don't know what that is.
Improvise it.
Bunch. You know him well. He's finally back.
Sounds like Dean's Dream knows it really well.
His coconut gun can fire in spurts if he shoots. It's gonna hurt. He's bigger, better, and stronger too. He's the first member of the K crew.
Look, it's Ben Shapiro.
Vital Throw is an ad hominem attack. Leaves don't care about your feelings.
Was like AOC behind that, or like, do you have like a social media strategist that's like, all right, you're gonna go on to this YouTube leftist page, say trans rights, get out of there.
You showed me a trans model on Instagram. I don't know. How do
Oh
you...
my gosh, yeah. Look, you all should follow them. They're the most amazing poet and trans activist, just general activist.
Oh, I look Bideman on. They came to Berkeley like last year.
Yeah, I know. Were you there? Wait,
I
don't
went to
do that.
But the tickets sold out.
I was there.
Oh, how was
Oh my
it?
gosh, it was so amazing. I cried the whole time.
Or were you there when I was like in like several QAnon groups?
Yeah, you tried to do like a psyop on them.
Oh yeah, that's right. I would talk like them and use their language, but I would be like, why doesn't Trump just give them the info, get this over already, so we can prove he's innocent?
You can laugh at the idea of like people replacing their non-virtual social lives with internet lives, like that's a real problem, but you can't pretend like what happens online isn't real or isn't valid social relationships, because virtual spaces aren't unreal. They're just a different kind of real. The places I live have included California, North Dakota, Saskatchewan, New Zealand, and the International Space Station. What Pokemon type is all of us? I would call myself Ghost and Bug type.
Water.
You're water?
agriculture type.
I'm Team
No,
Aqua.
you're grass type. Okay, there are Facebook reviews of Art House Politics, and one person did like a really intense like hagiography of us basically, and they said what Pokemon type we would be as part of it.
If this page was a food, it would be marzipan with a faint, bitter hint of orange rind. If
Ooh.
this page was a film, it would be a smart thriller with a frustratingly ambiguous ending that some people will always call a cop-out, but who knows? If this page was a hat, it would be a turquoise beret with the insignia of a vanished trans-Caucasian state. If
What
this
is-
page was a flower, it would be a single Del Norte iris in a Vanta black vase, mysteriously left atop an abandoned suitcase in a mall. This is so cute.
It has more artistic value than anything we've ever actually made.
A level 72 Haunter with toxic. I want that one.
Captain Turtle, you might be a ghost type too.
A ghost type? No, that's the worst kind.
No, ghost types are the coolest type. What do you mean? This is a bird battle. Those never end well. Butterfree is stupid underrated. Beautifly is so cute. Look at it. It's
Oh, yeah,
such
it
a
looks-
good design.
It looks like it can't do anything though.
No, it's weak as hell. It's fully evolved at like level 3. Let's just come up with a hit list of people who are not allowed in Art House Politics.
Soy
If
boy.
you're a gamer,
Yeah, soy boys, gamers, extroverts.
I'm against this.
people who talk about Myers, whatever. Oh yeah, the
Myers-Briggs.
I'm INFP.
I've had to take that like 3 times for different schools from high school and college.
I refuse to because
It's
like,
not.
if you get the result that you're introverted, then it becomes like a self-fulfilling prophecy, and you become less or more like this.
Introverted is too much of like a. It's become too much of like a trend, I guess.
And whenever I ask people like about the religion of astrology, they're like, "Oh no, it's not a religion. A set of superstitious beliefs that like dictate the like world. Like that's what a religion is."
Like you shouldn't view either of them from an empirical scientific standpoint because astrology is not scientific and Myers-Briggs is like pseudoscientific. But it's fine to have
Yeah.
fun with it. People who are like, "Oh, I cannot be friends with a Virgo." It's just
I'm a
ridiculous.
Virgo,
Exactly.
and I'm pretty
People who are
sure
into
so is
crystals
Dean's
too. Yeah, I
Jerk.
don't understand that.
Soy boy, I totally pegged you for a Gemini from the beginning.
But the things about Tauruses are we're supposed to be materialistic, we're earth signs, and we're
I'm
humble.
definitely an earthy person.
Oh sure. And
pretty humble.
we're also stubborn.
Virgos are smart
Oh, okay.
and anal. This is a hate crime. No, no, Geminis aren't that bad. No, I feel like you're a special type of materialistic. You kept all the trinkets I bought you.
Well, I have a whole collection of trinkets. If you look carefully in Extinction, you'll see a 3-legged good luck pig, which is one of my most.
Oh my gosh, you still have that?
Think of
You're
it-
like
Yeah.
crows who keep all the little shiny bits. What Harry Potter house is everybody?
I took the official test and I was a Slytherin. Whoops.
What?
Because I'm like a very cynical, like consequentialist
Sneaky
person.
DD.
Huh?
This is sneaky DD. I'm Ravenclaw.
Yeah, that's true. Can we?
What? It looks like those little ghosts you make at Halloween
It's
in elementary
cute.
school with like the tissues and the cotton balls.
It's cute. Can we catch it? Russian.
I think Camden Coven is talking about Casey v. Planned Parenthood.
Is that a Supreme Court case?
Yeah, it's the follow-up to Roe v. Wade, and it developed the I think the undue burden test. You can't like ban an abortion if it creates an undue burden on the woman. So something like a 6-week abortion ban, because I think Roe v. Wade had a trimester system approach, and then Planned Parenthood v. Casey created a new system.
Someone told me that Roe v. Wade had a bad legal precedent and should be rejected in favor of one that's based on the 14th Amendment.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Ginsburg thinks that too, actually. Heller, which is beloved by conservatives, has really sketch court case back. Meme Tick says the U.S. Supreme Court has overturned a grand total of 2 rulings ever. Yeah, they sort of, de facto overturn a lot of rulings without
Yeah.
straight up saying it, but
Like
yeah.
I think separate but equal is has never been overturned.
Corodactyl, the issue with Heller, if you look at it from a conservative viewpoint, is that Scalia and all the fake conservatives on the court pretended to use an originalist approach at the actual majority opinions on it. It's what a lot of conservative people who write about court cases called faux originalism.
Ooh.
And it was a pretty widely held criticism that Heller was more of a political agenda than actual an originalist constitutionalist approach, and that Scalia was doing the same thing that he had bashed on liberals of doing, and not following precedent and the Constitution and all of that. So that's the issue with Heller there. If conservatives are gonna yell about how Roe v. Wade doesn't have correct precedent, then neither does Heller really. In this day and age, the court is going to be political, and that's what it is. Yeah,
Wow.
hope that makes sense.
Go off,
I'm
queen.
listening to a Vox video right
Yeah.
now. Do you really want an oddish?
No, that's it.
Run.
This as far as
What?
Why do you want an oddish?
They're so cute.
oh,
Oh,
Natu.
that's the same strategy that got you ahead in Nintendogs. We got to meet the Heller person in DC.
Yeah. No, we met the person on the wrong side of it. Remember?
Yeah.
You get that vibe.
Chiapas. Don't name it Chiapas.
What does Chiapas mean?
It's just this state on the border of Guatemala.
No, that's what I'm naming it.
Standing
Oh,
Rock.
that would have been good. No, Pinsir's cool.
None.
I love bug Pokemon.
Do you remember the Poke Rap?
Diglett, Geodude, Electrode, Venonat, Pinsir, Scyther, Venonat,
No.
Venonat.
Ecoratata, Hero, Pidgey, Satan, Dolphin, Dragonite, Ghastly, Ponytail,
What?
Polymath, Fury.
Is this real?
Anytime they would cover the elections, they would say India, the world's largest democracy. And I thought that was really interesting. That every single. What are some other countries that exist?
Azerbaijan. This is our recurring RS Politics segment, Country Watch, where we talk about countries that there are.
That must have been really exciting when South Sudan became a thing.
When the Soviet Union broke up, became the whole show, basically.
Boy, have we got news for you.
Oh, Zaboomafoo.
Boomafoo.
That's right. It fits perfectly, a match made in heaven. Wait, it's Zaboomafoo?
It's
Not
Z-O.
Zaboom.
Oh, this Zoe Deschanel is spelled Zooey Deschanel. That pisses me off.
Wildcats is really cool. What do you call it? It's really awesome, animal, biology TV show.
Wait, what are
We're
you
not
talking-
naming it that. That was terrible.
And you.
Oh, too late. I already caught it. I caught it. No, don't catch.
Justice for Oddish.
I'm literally.
This one. Catch this one and name it something nice. We caught an Oddish.
Thank God, we only have 100 of them.
Turtle must be so happy that you finally caught an oddish. Yeah, I don't know where Turtle went.
I'm here.
She's been talking. She's been talking.
Not for at least 10 minutes.
I've been here, mumbling.
Silence. Our House Politics, you can find us on Vimeo, on Tumblr, and on SoundCloud.
Like and subscribe.